Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Dear students, today we're going to learn about priority queue. So, why we use priority queue? Like our operating system has a schedule, for example, jobs. Okay, say for example, the 10 jobs comes up, line up. So, operating system has a scheduler, okay, which queues, which put these jobs in a queue. Okay, but some jobs have more priority than other jobs, so a queue has to be made in accordance to the priority. You getting me my point, what I'm saying? Okay, so any job which has the more priority is to be upfront, because if we have a queue basically means first in last out, but now we change that a little bit. Okay, by putting the lining up in a queue in such a manner that the first one, okay, which will be which will be taken first, will be actually the guy with a high priority. So we maintain that this queue by front and the rear, basically first front and rear point to the first thing, and then the job or something else which you put in, which has the highest priority, should be up front. So to make sure that it will be sorted. It will be sorted, well, like we have sorted linker list. So we can implement it using the linker list, and for this, if we say we have, say for example, a struct, let me write it on the sideways maybe, so that we have a struct, for example, we call it what? Priority queue, PQ. It may have three things. One is int data, right? Int priority, because according to this priority, basically, I'm going to maintain my queue. And the third thing is what?
Struct PQ.
Okay, struct asterisk link. Okay, maybe struct PQ asterisk link. Okay, right here, PQ asterisk link. Struct PQ asterisk link, because this is the link which point to the next node basically, right? So we will have a one function called getNode, which will generate me what? The node at the runtime, and it returns the address of that. So therefore return type should be what?
Structure
Struct
PQ
asterisk to say, hey, it's the address. Is it? Then in the get node, what I'm going to do is I will ask user, okay, maybe I will create an struct PQ asterisk fresh, then I will say fresh, yes, is equal to, but type def the malloc, yes, struct PQ asterisk malloc size of PQ, whatever, struct PQ, okay, struct PQ, okay, or you could have type def this, you know, we could have type def struct PQ to PQ. Okay, it becomes very simple now. We don't have to write a lot of things now. I can write here PQ asterisk. I can write here PQ asterisk. Fresh struct. No need to write this. I can say PQ asterisk and also the PQ. Is it? Now what happens is by this I will get the memory. And if the memory fails, if fresh equals to null, I say if fresh, yes, equal to null, what I'll say? Printf, you're gonna printf here what? Malloc failed, because if the memory is not allocated, the fresh doesn't have anything, that means it has a null, otherwise it will have the address of the node created. Is it? And let me say exit 0 or something like 1, whatever you like. And else, if memory doesn't fail, okay, then what are you going to do?
Insert the data.
Yep. I will ask the insert the data, insert the priority. Is it? So else I will insert data and I will insert
Priority.
how? How will insert data and insert priority? You come here and do this by asking the user and then scanning that, right? उनको भी देखना है.
Enter data,
Okay.
scanf, fresh error data.
Percentage D.
Percentage D.
Percent. Sorry, percent.
Percentage D and percent of fresh error data.
Okay. Double quote closes here. Fresh error data, right? Okay, then similarly enter the priority and scanf percentage D ampersand fresh error priority. Is it? So we got it. And last thing, what to do last thing? Thank you. Sit down. What to do last thing to here? Add up here. There's one more thing to be done. There are two things before return. I would say you come up. Before return, I have to do something here. What should be, because there are three things, right?
Link manager.
Exactly.
Printf and data. Link
And
link.
what should be in the link now? Yeah, that's to be here. After else. Okay. Yes, fresh arrow link equals to null and return fresh. Is it? Okay, thank you. So we will return fresh because fresh is what?
New address of new. Holding the address of new node.
It holds the address of what?
New node.
It holds the address of the new node and that returned. That's why we said here PQ asterisk because get node returns me the address. So we got three things in it. One is the data, one is the priority, and the link will have a null. That we know. So we have an idea what get node will do us. So get node is a node creation factory which will create me the node. Okay. Now this is my priority queue, basic structure, and now what the thing is that if the first we have two more things we need to have. What is that? Front end.
Really.
What is of that type? PQ type. PQ asterisk front
Equal now.
equals to null. We put that in the null and comma asterisk rear equals to null as well. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Both of these guys are null. Okay. So the front and rear first has both of these guys null because this was a little bit I was talking about array implementation, but now we are doing basically what? Linked list implementation. The situation is like this: my front and my rear both have nothing in it, null. So that is when I try to create a node. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what will that function called?
Create.
I will call the insert function.
Insert.
Okay, maybe in a main, then I will say a lot of things. Press 1 to insert, 2 to delete, 3 to display, okay, and 4 to exit and so on. So when I say 1 to create, I will call the create function.
Create function.
So create function, then later on I will call what?
Fresh.
Fresh or insert function. Maybe I will call the insert function, wide insert. This is my function, which will do what? Insertion. But this has to make sure that I insert according to what? According to the priority. Is that? Does it make sense what I'm saying?
Yes.
So first up, when the fresh is null, rear is null, it's going to be first node, it has the priority, it is to be inserted without anything.
Yes.
So that means I'll say if front equals to null. If the front is null, that means there is no node whatsoever there. The queue is empty. Therefore I should say what? Front is equal to get node. I will call the get node to return me the address of the new node, and that will be in a front. That means this is a new node, for example, with some data, say for example 3, and priority, say for example 2 is priority, and null is here, right? Get node will do this. It will create a node and ask you what is the data. Say for example you said 3 is my data. What is your priority? Say for example 2 is the priority, and put null at the end in the link part. Is it? This is get node do. But it will have the address of this. Say for example it has the address 200. Drop it into the front. So front will not have a null anymore. It will have 200 in it. That means it's pointing to this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now rear should also point to this. Either you say rear is, but you can say the get node. You will say rear is equal to front. You will say what? Because front already has the address of the new node. The rear will also have that address. This is 200. That means this is also pointing to this. Because this is your first node, front should also point to this. Rear should also point to this. Are you getting me? Now the story starts. If you have a second node. Now this if condition will never be true, right?
Yes, sir.
This if condition will never be true because front is not now. It has something because we have one node. The question is, if the node comes, maybe its priority is lesser than 2, or maybe its priority is greater than 2. If the priority is greater than 2, then it should be here. If it is less than 2, it should be here. Is it? So I will say here if, or I can say else if, because otherwise it will chuck it.
Yes, sir.
If this is true, then it should not chuck downwards. So I should say else if. Is it? If this is false, then it can go down. Because this time it is false, so it should go down, it should chuck this. So else if what? Front arrow priority. That means to see front, there's this arrow priority. Okay? If it is what? Less than.
Less than fresh error priority.
So better I do what? I will not say get node, that's what I was telling you before. I will say here, when you try to insert,
Yes, sir.
you will have here PQ asterisk fresh. PQ asterisk,
Fresh.
and you say here fresh is equal to get node. You will get the new node's address in the fresh. You will get the new node's address where? In the fresh. Is it? Now if front is equal to null, then you say what?
Fresh.
Front is equal to fresh, because new node's address is in the fresh.
Fresh.
This is the asterisk fresh is new. In get node I also created the fresh, but that is local to the get node function.
Yes, sir.
This fresh is local to the insert. Okay, don't confuse with that.
Yes, sir.
You could have used another name also, no problem.
Yes, sir.
But as the same name. Front is equal to fresh, rear is equal to front, gone. Okay. Now new node's address. Who has the new node's address? Fresh has the new node's address. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Fresh has the new node's address. Who has new node's address?
Fresh.
How can you access the new node's priority? Fresh arrow priority. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So who I'm saying its priority should be lesser. How can I say its priority?
Fresh arrow priority.
No. Because fresh is the new node.
Front
It's
arrow priority.
yes, front arrow priority.
Yes, sir.
I can also say a rear arrow priority if it is only one node, but that may not be case. For example, there may be another nodes also. Rear may be pointing to the last node.
Yes, sir.
Front is pointing to the first node. I am interested only the first side, not the rear side. In this case, front arrow priority, rear arrow priority is same, but it will be only this case. Maybe if we have 5 nodes, then rear will be pointing to the last node, front is pointing to this. So I'm this time interested this way. You getting me? So what I'm saying is, if front arrow priority, don't write the rear arrow priority. You will say, hey, this time it is rear priority is same, but it is this time same, but not afterwards. Is it? So front arrow priority is less than what?
Fresh arrow priority.
Fresh arrow priority. Because fresh is the new node's address, okay?
Yes, sir.
Which I got here, fresh get node. Then you run second time, you go to the main, you created first node, then you go to the main, where there may be the do while loop.
Yes, sir.
It's asking you again, do you want to insert? You say again insert. Again insert function is called, you're creating new node,
Yes, sir.
put in the fresh. Now you have to check the condition, where will I put that new node? Is it?
Priority.
According to priority I have to put. That is the only difference. So here I will say front arrow priority is less than fresh arrow priority. If जो मेरा front arrow priority है, ये छोटा है, जो नए नोड की प्रायोरिटी है, उसका मतलब है जो न्यू नोड की प्रायोरिटी है वो ज्यादा है. That means it should be here. Does it make sense?
Yes.
So if it is to be here, what should I do?
Front is equal to front.
But if you say front equals, that means this is gone.
Yes, about story time.
No need to say. I will say fresh. जो न्यू नोड है मेरे पास, अगर मान लीजिए न्यू नोड जो मेरे पास है उसमें कुछ डेटा है, मान लीजिए 4 और प्रायोरिटी 3 है, वो तो इससे ज्यादा है, यहाँ पे नल होगा फिलहाल, ठीक है? ओके, आई एम सेइंग फ्रेश, दिस इज फ्रेश, राइट?
Yes.
से फॉर इसका एड्रेस 300 है. फ्रेश एरो लिंक is equal to front. What do you say?
Yes, sir.
Because front is having the address 200 of this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I am putting in its link 200. That means this guy is pointing to this, right?
Yes, sir.
Now I should point front.
Front is equal to fresh.
Front is equal to fresh. Exactly. I should say front equals to fresh. Is it? Now front is equal to fresh means in the front I have the address how much? 300.
300.
There's nowhere pointing to this. It's pointing to this.
Yes, sir.
Now it is pointing to this. This is pointing to this, and rear is pointing to this. Now look, if the new node again comes up, you again go to the main because you are done with this. Again go to the main. Do you want to insert? You say yes, I want to insert. And you go to the insert function, create the node. Get node. Maybe the priority is 5. Maybe the priority is
5.
I am checking front. I am checking this also. Is front arrow priority?
First one.
Front arrow
Priority.
less than my new node's priority, fresh arrow priority. Is it?
Yes, sir.
This time the rear is not pointing to this. That's why I was telling you I am interested on this side, not on this side. For this side and in between side I have to do it somewhere.
Yes, sir.
That's like another conditions. This will work only the front side. If the first node has a lesser priority than my new node. Okay? Say first one new node comes up, whose priority is 4. Whose priority is?
4.
Again it will land in here. It will not land into this because front is not equal to null. So if it's not true, it will go here. Else if अगर ये true होता तो यहाँ जाता ही नहीं,
Yes, sir.
है ना? So अगर ये false है, then it go here. So what will it do here? क्या front arrow priority? मैं बताऊँ मेरा next node जो है उसकी priority 5 है. For example, what है?
5.
5 है. So that means it's bigger than this. It should be first
Yes, sir.
rather than this. Now what should we do? Again this thing.
Front, yes, sir. Same.
Fresh arrow link. Fresh arrow
Link.
इसमें front जाएगा. That is 300. Is it? So it is pointing to this.
Front equal to fresh.
And front equals to fresh. Address for example 500 है. It will go here. So it's no more pointing this. It's pointing to this.
Yes, sir.
So better I will make it here now. So my situation is like this. Now front is having address 500 is pointing to this, is pointing to this, is pointing to this, and rear is pointing to this as well. Is it?
Yes,
Now there are two more situations which we can come up. Either a node, if the node comes up which is the priority more than this, then this will always run,
Yes,
this
sir.
part. But now two more situations can also come. If the node comes which has a priority like 1,
1. तो end में जाएगा.
वो तो end में जाएगा क्योंकि इससे कम है.
Yes, sir.
So should I go from here? I may have 20 nodes.
Rear से जाएगा.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It is better to see from rear.
Yes, sir.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
अगर एक और नोड होता जिसके फॉर एग्जाम्पल 4 है उसकी प्रायोरिटी, मान लीजिए इसकी प्रायोरिटी यहाँ पे 30 थी, क्या थी?
30.
इसकी 20 थी, इसकी 50 थी. एक नोड आ गया जिसकी प्रायोरिटी है से फॉर एग्जाम्पल 35. आपको समझ आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
या 25. Where should that land? Between these two.
These two.
In those cases I have to go from this way and to see where it should land.
Yes, sir.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
But if I also have a node which can come like the 10, somebody comes is 10, I can also grow from this way. But the better way is if I say rear arrow priority.
Yes, sir.
I have also the rear. If I say rear arrow priority, if it is lesser than my new node's priority, is it? Then it should be the last node. That means it will save me from chucking all these intermediate nodes. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
जिस तरह मैंने फ्रंट के हिसाब से किया, पहले ही कहा कि अगर इससे ज्यादा है तो वो यहाँ होना चाहिए, अगर इससे कम है वो यहाँ होना चाहिए. ठीक है? अगर ऐसा नहीं है, उसके बगैर कंडीशन है, तो मुझे ढूंढना चाहिए कि कहाँ पे लगाऊं उसको. वो नेक्स्ट कंडीशन होगी.
Yes.
So what will be my condition here? Again I will say else if. I will say what?
Else if.
I will say else if. You getting me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What I'm saying, else if what?
Rear arrow priority.
Very good. Else if rear
Arrow priority.
arrow, now I say rear arrow priority is less than, should it be less than or greater than?
Less.
Greater than. You can put here somebody who has lesser priority than this. It should be greater than, then you can put here.
Yes, sir. Greater.
Is greater than what?
Fresh arrow priority.
Very good. Fresh arrow priority. If it is so, then the last node should be that. So what should I say?
Rear arrow link.
Fresh arrow link is equal to rear. Then put up the node here. So for example, its priority is for example 10. Okay, its priority is what? Are you getting me what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For the new node's priority is 10. New node's priority is 10. It must have null in it, and it must have some data in it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So I'm saying fresh is this. Say for example, its address is 600. I'm saying fresh arrow link is equal to rear. Let us put 200 in it. What does it mean? It is pointing to this. What I'm doing? Fresh arrow link is equal to rear. Should I say rear? I shouldn't say rear, right? No. Let it be null in it. Let it be what?
Yes, sir.
Let it have a null. I don't do this. I only have to do what?
Sir, rear arrow link is.
Listen.
Yes,
I only have to do this. That this rear arrow link is equal to fresh. Rear arrow link is equal to.
Fresh.
What is happening by that?
Rear
Rear
is
arrow
equal to
link.
fresh.
Rear arrow link is this.
Yes, sir.
It will have the address of this. That is 600. Is it? That means it is pointing to this. Okay. Only thing that I need to remove this link with and put it with this.
And rear is equal to fresh.
Rear equals to fresh.
Yes, sir.
Now rear will have the 600. So it will remove. It will point to this. So we got a perfect cube.
Yes, sir.
Rear equals to fresh. One more condition. Else. I will not say else if now. I will say else because what is left out is somebody who is not greater than this, who is not less than this. That means some node which is in between. So I have to find from the start. I have to go from the not start this time at the front. From the front I have to go and seek where it should be put in. Anna? So what should I do? So while, maybe I will use a while loop, while in this else part.
While fresh.
While can is not equal to.
Should I put first in the stuff because the address of the front in some temp? Is it? So I need here PQ asterisk fresh and also temp TMP I'm saying. Okay? I will say TMP is equal to what? Front.
Front.
So that TMP is pointing to this. Okay? Now I use a while loop. While
Current is not equal to.
temp arrow
Temporal link. Yes, sir.
because it's not gonna be this. If it lands here, okay, ये इससे बड़ा हो नहीं सकता, इससे इधर ही होगा, क्योंकि अगर इससे बड़ा होता तो ये कभी यहाँ आता नहीं, ये इसमें लैंड करता.
Yes, sir.
ये बात तुमको समझ आ रही है?
Yes, sir.
इसलिए मैं टेम्प एरो लिंक बता रहा हूँ, फिर ये एरो प्रायोरिटी.
Temporal link, arrow priority. Yes, sir.
Temp arrow link means 300. 300 arrow priority means this 30. अगर ये बड़ी निकली, अगर ये क्या निकला, should be less than निकली, क्या निकली?
Less.
किससे?
Fresh.
arrow.
Priority.
अगर ये बंदा, अगर मेरा टेम्प यहाँ पे है, लेकिन मैं एक स्टेप आगे चेक कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे इसका चेक नहीं करना. अगर मुझे इसका इससे बड़ा होता तो मुझे इसमें लैंड करता, यहाँ आता नहीं. इसका मतलब कि उससे आगे हो सकता है. टेम्प में वही रख रहा हूँ. आप वैसे भी कर सकते हो, प्रीवियस एंड नेक्स्ट.
Yes, sir.
प्रीवियस पीछे जाएगा, नेक्स्ट आगे रहेगा,
Yes, sir.
जैसे हम कर चुके हैं. We can do like that.
P is equal to.
Previous will be on the back,
Yes, sir.
front next will be on the. Or you can use one variable only, temp.
Temporal.
टेम्प यहीं पर है. टेम्प एरो लिंक एरो.
Priority.
मान लीजिए वो जो बंदा था, जो नया नोड आया था, उसकी 30 25 है, उसकी क्या है?
25.
So where should be priority 25? It should be here, right?
Yes, sir.
Between this and this.
Yes, sir.
Means ये इसको करना चाहिए पॉइंट और ये इसको पॉइंट करना चाहिए.
Yes, sir.
So चूंकि यहाँ पर अगर while आप देखेंगे, ठीक है, ये तो है नहीं, हाँ, temp arrow link arrow priority means 30. क्या वो छोटी है fresh arrow priority 25 से?
No, sir.
नो सर. तो फिर आगे चलो, किसको चलाओ आगे? टेम्प को चलाओ आगे. तो क्या करोगे? टेम्प इज इक्वल टू
Temporal link.
टेम्प एरो लिंक. इतना करो खाली बस, इस वाइल लूप में इतना करो खाली. यू गेट मी?
Yes, sir.
तो टेम्प को आगे चलाओ, तो टेम्प विल गो हियर. टेम्प इज इक्वल टेम्पोरल लिंक मींस टेम्प विल पॉइंट टू दिस नाउ. अगेन वाइल कंडीशन बी चेक्ड बिकॉज़ वाइल कम बैक. क्या टेम्प एरो लिंक एरो प्रायोरिटी? टेम्प एरो लिंक इज 200. 200 arrow priority is 20. Is that less than your priority?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Stop there. It will come out of this loop. Now with temp here. With temp,
Here. Temporal.
is it?
Yes, sir.
Now listen. If the temp is here, now what should I do?
Temporal.
जो मेरा temp है, उसके link में जाना चाहिए fresh.
Fresh.
और fresh के link में जाना चाहिए कौन?
Sir,
इसका एड्रेस. सो आई शुड डू अगर मैं टेम्प के लिंक में डालूंगा तो वो ओवरराइट होगा, इसलिए मैं पहले फ्रेश के और इसका एड्रेस है 700, इसके लिंक में ये डालूंगा.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
सो व्हाट शुड आई डू हियर
Fresh.
आफ्टर गेटिंग आउट ऑफ द व्हाइल लूप? ओके, आई विल राइट इट हियर. आफ्टर गेटिंग आउट ऑफ द व्हाइल लूप व्हाट शुड आई डू? जो मेरा फ्रेश है,
Fresh.
आई विल से फ्रेश एरो
Link.
इज इक्वल टेम्प एरो लिंक.
Yes, sir.
इज इट?
Yes, sir.
जो फ्रेश एरो लिंक है यानी कि ये लिंक, इसमें जाएगा टेम्प एरो लिंक दैट इज 200, इसका एड्रेस.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So it is pointing to this now. Okay, but this should not anymore point to this, rather it should point to this. How?
Temporal link is more fresh.
Temp arrow link is equal to fresh value. Amir not saying. You also say something. Temp arrow link.
Yes, sir.
इसमें fresh डालो यानी कि 700. So it is no more pointing to this. It is basically pointing to this.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So it's perfect now. Is it? That's it. I have to do. After while loop and else ends here. You getting me?
Yes, sir.
And insert ends here. This is end of while and this is end of insert function. Does it make sense what I'm doing?
Yes, sir.
Isn't it perfect?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Because मेरा temp यहाँ पे रुक गया, तो fresh arrow link पे मैंने temp arrow link डाला, यानी कि इसका एड्रेस, और इसके temp arrow link में fresh डाला, 700 डाला, so ये link करा, है ना, हो गया. You getting me?
Yes, sir.
Does it make sense what I'm doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is the insert function is the only thing in it. The next is the delete. If you want to delete, what you will delete? You will delete from the front. So the guy with the high priority will be served first. That here we say delete, but in operating system we will say serve. This is the jobs. Okay, the different jobs scheduled by the operating system. Now this job will be deleted and basically given to the CPU because it's the highest priority. The next priority, the next priority, the next priority, and so on. So if you delete, what do you do? You have to move front to the forward.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you have to basically delete this. Maybe you put a temp and delete, what you do? That you will do yourself. I will say first temp is equal to front.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Front is equal to
Fresh arrow link of,
front is equal to front arrow link.
front link.
So that front is pointing to this
Yes, sir. Free temp.
free temp. Gone. And so on. ये तब तक करोगे जब तक कि आपको null न मिले.
Null. For
जब तक कि आपको
null na mili.
is it?
Yes.
And you will say if the front is equal to rear is equal to null, you will say the queue is basically empty, so you can't delete it anymore.
Yes, sir.
Does it make sense or not?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting properly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So will you copy it? This is, and you will also write the main program. What will you do in the main? You will make a do while loop. I'll say press 1 to insert, 2 to delete, 3 to maybe display the whole queue. How will display?
From front to rear.
Front to rear. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You gotta go. Temp is good front. जब तक temp arrow link
Not equal to now.
temp not equal to now,
Temp not equal to now.
तब तक चलता जा and read करता. Temp arrow link नहीं, temp.
Temp.
You know, you got that? Temp तब तक print करता जा. Priority भी print कर और
Database का.
data भी print कर. दोनों चीज print कर. That is your display. So while loop का वहाँ पे do while main में क्या करिए? While
While-
choice is not equal to 6 या something like that. तब तक repeat करता जा. Is it?
Yes, sir.
So that completes our, what else? Periodic queue.
Queue.
But tomorrow we'll move to the next chapter. What is that? Trees or graphs?
Trees.
Okay, trees is a big chapter ahead. So until then, ma salama.